Support Laneside. Get something cool. All right, here we are down on the lanes with our resident two-hander, the Bearded Beast. That's me. Wayne and Scoop should be back on our next review, but until then, we're going to be looking at the GB5 Pearl, the newest incarnation of one of the most storied bowling ball lines in, well, the last 20 years. So let's talk a little bit about the GB5 Pearl. As always, it features the enhanced V2 core, which has been standard across the GB line for, well, forever pretty much. And, with that core 248048, it comes a certain expectation of performance. Now, they've wrapped this one in the GB 12.7 HK22 Pearl, finished at 500, 1,000, 1,500 plus compound. But this thing looks shiny. It's that HK22. Every time they go 1,500 plus compound, the ball seems to look like it's like 4,000. It is so shiny. And you can see it's got some performance. The first shot I threw, I forward rolled. You can see it's got that classic GB look to it. But when I got around it, it's that HK22 Pearl. It springs to life. Suddenly that ball gains about... about 5 to 8 boards hook just off of that shot because I haven't moved my feet. So it's probably a good idea for me to move my feet. Now, as we said here, this has a potential of a lot of change of direction down lane. And that's exactly what they wanted. Look at that. Out of this ball. They wanted a sharper change of direction and more length than we saw out of the GB4 hybrid. We know how popular that ball was. It was, for a hybrid, it was very pearly. And now we're getting even more of that pearly performance out of the GB5 Pearl. Go figure. Now, we've talked about this before, this HK22 base. It's not an additive package. It's actually the base that they're putting all of the additives in, this GB 12.5 additive package. That's what they put it in, and it's different than urethane. It allows them to create these new, more angular shapes, much cleaner than we've seen from Brunswick before, or from Ebonite, or from any of the brands. Like, look at this. Woo! Little love tap on the 10 there. Yeah, we can really create a lot of room with this ball. I'm going to keep moving here because you can see I can get that way out. Normally, we don't play out on that friction. We have to go to something really weak to be able to get on top of it. And that ball just sailed through it and then made the corner. This thing is, it's definitely got some performance. I'm going to move my feet again here, just to see how far we can go. You know me, I always like to see what we can do here when we can strike. So we're going to move out to 45. You see my foot sliding around 40. Oh, trip 4. I like what I'm seeing from this ball. This ball is giving me tons of length. Just so much length. And I think that's the hallmark that we've seen out of this set of releases from the brands of Brunswick. Everything that we've seen that's been Pearl, featuring the new HK22 variations, we're seeing this incredible length and this pop. This ain't your daddy's Brunswick stuff. Like, Brunswick still makes, look at this. Whoa, still trips another 4. That's from 50. You can see I'm moving diagonally across the lane to try to create a path here. This is a new set of reactions for these brands here. Sorry, that's just blew my mind that ball actually carried from there. Here I am left-handed. Here's Trebor throwing it left-handed. And you can see here, watch how it gets to the front. It's just so easy. Look how far out it gets and still is able to carry. We're out past the 5 board. That's no man's land in our country. Like, you don't throw a ball out there. It's in the channel, or it catches the early friction and you're getting a 7-pin. Now here I am with my Rattler. Boy, I love that ball. It's very controllable, very easy for me to throw. I always know the reaction I'm going to get out of it. That's why we call it a benchmark ball. Now let's put it up against the GB5. And you can see the motions are very similar. It's not super angular, the GB5, but it is longer than our Rattler. So we're seeing that benchmark motion just longer down. This is what we'd call a late hook ball. Very similar to our benchmark. We're just getting a little bit more distance, and because of that, we're getting a little bit more snap. Watch, my feet are almost in the exact same place. Ball goes out to almost the exact same place. It's just about distance. This, when we're building an arsenal, this is really good. This is important. There's times where you don't want to get away from your benchmark area, but you need it to get a couple more feet. And that's what the late hook ball is for. It buys you a little bit more area. The cover's cleaner, but you're not necessarily balling up or balling down. You're just trying to add a little bit more distance, whether it be through cover stock preparation, through the cover stock itself, like the HK22 here. Like, watch it here. It's just about distance. We're looking at about 3-4 feet longer on the GB5 Pearl than we did off of our benchmark Rattler. We'll watch it one more time here. If I ever come back on the page, Now just watch it. You can see the Rattler starts off, but they're both fairly fast off the spot. It's just the GB5 is a little bit longer and just that little bit faster off the spot. This GB5 could in fact be better than the GB4 hybrid, which is pretty high praise. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a show. So until next time, guys, we'll see you laneside.